guys, for lunch I'm gonna make the apple goop. So I need a couple of things from the grocery store to make it, so I'm gonna take you guys along with me. And on the way there I'm also gonna eat a, well, it's called a naartjie. I think it's like a, I'm not sure what it's called in English. I'll put it up on the screen. But yeah, I'm gonna eat this on the way, and yeah, and I'll see you back for lunch. The grocery store, and I'm gonna show you what I got. So I got some tomatoes, some cherry tomatoes, bell peppers, red one, yellow, green one. I got some kiwi fruit. I got some pink lady apples. I'm gonna make some apple goop for lunch. I got some sirloin steaks. It's nice to have a steak now and again. I saw something interesting. It's a sugar-free dark chocolate with peanut butter. So the plan is with this is I'm gonna do the protein ice cream later, and I'm gonna put a bit of this in there just to make it nice. Got the best hot sauce probably in the world. It's called rooibart. It's amazing with everything: salads, pizza, steak, everything. My sweetener was almost finished, so got a top up of that. I saw a new flavor that I haven't seen in the before, so I got the raspberry one. I got the pancake and the caramel one, and I've got some chicken breasts. So that is what I got, and yeah, I'm gonna pack it away now. Okay guys, so it's lunchtime. It's about 20 minutes to 2, so, and I am hungry. So let's start with it. So I'm gonna be making Coach Greg's apple goop. So I see a lot of people trying to make this, and on his reviews they don't get it right that often, so let's hope I can get it. So from these videos I couldn't find a recipe that's made for single serving, so I'm just trying to figure out as I go. So I'm going to use 3 apples. These are called pink ladies. So I'm going to be using these. I will be taking the skins off because it looks like that's what he did in his video. So first I'm going to do that and chop them up. So I'm just going to clean these, take the seeds out as well. Feels like that's the right way to do it. I see people sometimes eating apples and then eating the whole thing. That's super weird to me. So comment below. Do you eat the entire apple, seeds and all? Or do you just eat until you get to the core and then chuck the rest? So they've been cleaned. I'm just gonna chop them up into smaller pieces like that. Now we've got that going. I've got a liter of water here. I'm not sure if this is too much, so I'm just gonna see what happens when I put in the xanthan gum, that one, this one. So if it's too much, I'll just wing it anyway. So yeah, this looks like too much. So let's go with 500 mils instead and see where we end up with. And I believe it is a teaspoon of this xanthan gum. I think I pronounced it correctly this time. So a little goes a long way apparently. So I'm gonna do that much and see what happens. Okay, let's blend it. Alright, so let's see. So I am just going to have it cover the apples at least. I think that should be enough then. Remember, I used a bit warm water, so that should help the process along from what I hear from his videos. So let's pour it in. Okay, so that, I hope you can see that, is how it looks. Quite interesting looking and sounding. Okay, so now I'm gonna add the oats. So I don't have a half cup measure, so I'm gonna put in a half a cup of oats. And this is just normal oats. Hopefully it's not too much. Let's do half a cup of oats. Then we need some cinnamon. So I am going to do, let's see, tablespoon, teaspoon, I don't know, let's see. Let's do 2 tablespoons. Yeah, let's do 2. Okay, so I'm gonna give it a mix. It looks about right. So here's what it looks like now. Nice. Jiggly. So going in the microwave for 3 minutes. Okay, so let's see how that works out. Oh, damn, I forgot something. Don't worry, I'll add it later. There's no rules, right? If you don't know what that means, go look at Coach Greg's videos. I'm forgetting harder than last time. So I forgot to add the sweetener. So I am going to do about 6 teaspoons. It doesn't have a lot of calories, guys, so don't worry much about the sweetener. Give it a mix. It smells very nice. Okay guys, so it's been cooling for a while and it looks ready to eat. What I'm going to do, I'm going to plate it up in this glass. I understand now why it's called apple goop. So there's a bit more left, so maybe after I finish this I'll go for seconds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to top it with some plain fat-free yogurt. And I'm going to enjoy this. Oh, let me take what? Oh, this is going to be messy. This is nice. I like it. The apples are a bit crunchy still. Very, very slightly. But I actually like that. I like a bit of crunch. Okay, so I'm going to finish this, guys. And I think I'll see you then later on. And we're going to make pizzas tonight. So. Okay, guys. So it is about 6:45. So my wife's almost home, so I'm going to start cooking now. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take the pizza wraps and cut them and put them in the oven to crisp up a bit. So what that helps for is if you put the sauce on, it doesn't get mushy. So I'm using regular large wraps. So at the moment I can't find any low calorie wraps, but these work just fine. Bit higher in calories, but we make it work anyway. So what I do is I just take my wraps, take the pizza cutter and just cut them into pizza squares basically, or pizza slices rather. So what this helps for is when you put on all your toppings and take it out of the oven again, and you can just basically take the slice, because if you crisp it up, you know, it's a bit difficult to cut. So what I do is take the non-stick spray, take a baking sheet, just give it a quick spray, and then I lay it in the pan. So I do one at a time. The pan is not that big, and that's what that looks like. There you go. So put it in the oven. It's just a couple of minutes, doesn't need to be in there long. So I do one at a time like I said, and so I'm going to wait for that one to finish and then I'm going to do this one. So while we wait, I'm going to make a tomato paste or tomato sauce that's going to go on the pizza. So what I got here is, actually I haven't tried this yet. So tomato paste with garlic. So I'm hoping this turns out great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in a small bowl. Give it a bit of a taste. Very nice. It's almost a bit spicy, which is weird. Okay, so what I'm going to do, take some lemon juice, put that in, then I am going to take some just normal water, thin it out a bit. I am going to take some oregano, sprinkle that in here. Right. I am going to take some smoked paprika. Just about 2 or 3 dashes of that. That'll enhance the flavor a lot. Bit of pepper as well. And then I'm going to add something which is maybe going to be a bit weird, but I like it. It's barbecue sauce. So let me get. So this is a Simple Truth smoky barbecue sauce. So it is reduced sugar. So I'm just going to put in a little bit of this, maybe a teaspoon's worth, maybe a more. But yeah, I'm going to put that in and I am going to start mixing it. So here's the consistency. Saucy, it's not that thick. Tastes very nice. It needs something though. I'm gonna put in some sweetener. I'm just gonna wing it by look by eye. Let's see. There's probably about a teaspoon worth in there. Oh, a lot better. Although it's already a bit spicy, but I'm gonna add some of the rooibos sauce just to give it a bit of a extra flavor boost, as well as a bit of extra heat. I love heat. So not a lot, probably about a tablespoon as well. That's amazing. Alright, so that's the tomato sauce that's going to be at the bottom. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fire up the grill to grill up the warthog fillets. So here is the finished warthog fillets. So they've been sitting for about 3 minutes now. I just gave them a bit of salt and pepper when I took it off. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to cut it into smaller pieces, put it in this bowl, and then when my wife gets home, we are going to start building our pizzas and putting them in the oven. Okay guys, so my wife is home at last. So it's about 7:30. So let's start assembling. Alright, so what we're going to do first is we're going to take the tomato sauce we made and brush it on. Onto each slice. So you can decide how much you want to put on. I don't like too much, but don't be skimpy. Okay, so for me, I've got some yellow bell peppers. That's Fifi in the background. Some yellow bell peppers. And I'm gonna put on. Just sprinkle them around. Should be fine. Then I have some cherry tomatoes that I'm gonna put on. Good to me. Spread them around a bit. Okay, and now for the warthog meat. Okay, so here's a couple of big pieces here for tasting purposes. Other than that, I take a bit. Just put about 2 or 3 pieces on each slice. Doesn't have to be exact. Just as much as you want to put on. Just remember to keep in mind the calories, eh? Okay. So luckily this is venison meat, so calories is not that high as normal beef, or so I can put on a bit more. But for the fillets that I just made, it was about 300 grams. So I'm going to be using, I would say about 100 to maybe 150 grams. So it's not a lot. Okay, and then I'm going to put on some baby spinach that I just cut up. And then last, well, not last, but second to last, I put cheese. So I make 2 cheese balls because my wife likes cheese and she takes a lot. So I make 2. So the cheese I weighed out, it's about 50 grams of cheese. I know it's not much, but I normally put on less, but you know, it's pizza. Wife had a long day at work, so it's a bit of a treat as well. You know, happy wife, happy life. And then last, I like to put on some mushrooms. So I like the mushrooms last because I like if they get a bit of a, if I put on the oven broiler, I wouldn't say they get crispy, but I like it if they dry out a bit. And you can put a lot of mushrooms on. Don't be scared of that. Mushrooms, they're really not that calorie dense, so you can go almost crazy with it. There we go. So that is my pizza. So I'm going to top it off with some oregano. You know, oregano and pizza just goes together. And then just to top it off, a bit of crushed garlic, salt. Just a little bit. Oh, that's a bit much. And that's it. Now it goes into the oven. I normally put it in about 5 minutes, but you know, I just eye it, see how it looks, and then just take it out. So I'll show you what it looks like after. Okay guys, so the pizza is out of the oven. So I forgot to put on some peppers. These, I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's basically a pepper dew. So I'm going to put some of that on. Let me just show you. Plate is still hot, so be careful. This is what it looks like. So that looks amazing. So let's see. There it is. Look at that. Okay, let's go for it. This is really good, guys. Okay, so we're gonna eat this, and in a little while we're gonna make the protein ice cream. So let's get into the protein ice cream. So first of all, Coach Greg, I know this is not a ninja blender, but this is what I've got, so please forgive me. Okay, so we're gonna start off by putting in the protein. So this is the protein that I have. It's a vanilla flavored isolate protein powder. So it's got a little scoop inside. So I'm going to put in 1.5 scoops. Of protein powder. Then I'm going to add 105 grams of blueberries and 100 grams of strawberries. The strawberries are frozen, the blueberries are fresh. So I'm going to put that in. Okay, so then I'm going to add half a teaspoon of xanthan gum. You can also use guar gum, but half a teaspoon of that. Okay, so then 2 tablespoons cocoa. That goes in. Then a third of a cup of unsweetened almond milk. Then we need to put in some sweetener. I mean, it's ice cream, so it needs to be sweet. So we're gonna do about 3 or 4 tablespoons, teaspoons of sweetener in there, and then we have to add some ice. So about a handful of ice. So if you see it's too thick, just add some water, or if you want it more creamy, more almond milk. So I'm going to use more water if it's too thick. So let's see how this goes. Okay guys, so I am not going to do the flip test. Mine is a bit, well, liquidy, so maybe put in a bit too much water, but that doesn't matter. Still looks great. So I'm just going to plate it up quickly. Here's the chocolate I bought today. It's the sugar-free one. Chocolate with smooth peanut butter in it. So let's see if it'll work as a bit of a topping. Get it open. Smells amazing. Tastes great. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just take the grater, just grate some pieces on top. And just put a couple of pieces on top, like that. And that's it. So here's the protein ice cream. It's very nice. It's not that thick, but hey, tastes amazing. Okay guys, so that's it for the Eating Like Coach Greg for the day. So just to recap, we did the blueberry French toast this morning. We did the apple goop, and now we had the pizzas and the protein ice creams. So please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Sit. Sit. Come on.